Hello, welcome to Movie Louder.
Today, we'll be exploring the widely acclaimed movie In the Morning, a remarkable production brought to life by Ruth Kadiri. The movie opens with Adora, a social media influencer and fitness enthusiast, making a live video to her followers, advising against associating with broke men. Her boyfriend, Zavier, a non-social media person, patiently waits for her to finish before expressing his disapproval. He scolds Adora for insulting men in public and discussing their lives online. Adora, angered by his interference, insists it's for her brand and walks away in frustration. Meanwhile, Nene, a young and ambitious lady, manages her lingerie business online, receiving orders from her customers. Her elder sister, Bernice, suggests expanding the business by hiring key personnel like an account manager and customer attendant. However, Nene rejects the idea, opting to manage and grow her business independently. Zavier, on a call with a friend, interrupts the conversation upon seeing Adora fully dressed. Curious about her plans, he learns she's going to a party on behalf of both of them. Adora persuades Zavier to lend her his car keys, teasing him until he reluctantly agrees. Late at night, Zavier grows worried when Adora hasn't returned. Eventually, she arrives, drunk and escorted by some men. Concerned, Zavier takes care of her, bringing her to the couch and showing genuine care. Nene, engrossed in social media, becomes fixated on Zavier, the CEO of RIA, admiring his handsomeness and sizable following. Determined to learn more about him, she contacts a hacker to gather information, unsatisfied with what she finds online. The next morning, Adora complains of a headache, and Zavier, having his morning coffee, offers her a cup. Expressing his anger over Adora's actions, Zavier questions her upbringing. Adora, feeling insulted, slaps him, but Zavier, true to his promise, refrains from retaliation and walks away. Still fascinated by Zavier, Nene decides to take matters into her own hands. She negotiates with a hacker, offering a 50% upfront payment to track down Zavier for her. Adora, regretting her actions, apologizes to Zavier and promises change. Zavier, with a forgiving heart, accepts her apology. 3 days passed, and Nene hadn't heard from the hacker. When she finally called him, he explained that Zavier's social media handle was very secure, requiring an additional 1 or 2 weeks to gather more information. Despite the delay, the hacker managed to collect some details, which he sent to Nene on WhatsApp. In her desperation to see Zavier, Nene visited his favorite spot, hoping to catch a glimpse of him. After hours of waiting without any sign of Zavier, she settled her debt with the waiter and left disappointed. Nene's obsession with Zavier persisted, both in her dreams, where they shared quality time, and in reality, where she clung to her pillow with a dreamy smile. Meanwhile, Zavier was engrossed in his work on the laptop when Adora approached, crying about her aunt, who had been diagnosed with cancer and urgently needed surgery. Concerned, Zavier inquired about Auntie Faith, but Adora revealed it was her Auntie Dorothy in the north. Surprised by the revelation, Zavier concealed his feelings and asked about the required amount. Adora mentioned 10 million naira, and Zavier offered to transfer 5 million naira immediately. Excusing himself for a call, Zavier overheard Adora bragging to her friend about deceiving him. Displeased with dishonesty, he transferred the full 10 million naira, but warned Adora to leave his house before his return, leaving her shocked and speechless. Back at home, frustrated Nene confided in her sister Bernice about her failed attempts to meet Zavier. Bernice advised her to stop stalking him, pointing out her obsession. Upset, Nene walked away with her food. 2 months later, Nene sought Bernice's permission to use her car for grocery shopping. However, her car broke down on the roadside. To her surprise, Zavier, driving past, stopped to offer help. Startled by his presence, Nene watched as Zavier fixed her car. Grateful, she hugged him, and Zavier asked for her contact as they exchanged names. Excitedly, Nene returned home and shared the story with Bernice. Her sister, happy for her, wondered if she had won the lottery. Later that night, Zavier called Nene, and they got to know each other better. Nene shared her educational background and aspirations, revealing her plans for a talk show on youth empowerment and world economics. Zavier, a tech enthusiast, introduced himself, and the two began to connect on a deeper level. During breakfast with her sister, Nene announced her plan to have dinner at Zavier's place. Bernice initially refused, expressing concern that Nene barely knew him. Nene insisted, assuring her sister that she wasn't being foolish and highlighting that Bernice was the one who suggested dinner at Zavier's place. Reluctantly, Bernice agreed to trust Nene's judgment. Meanwhile, Zavier proudly showed Nene's picture to his friend, sharing his feelings of fondness for her. He confessed that he believed he had found the one for himself, and his friend shared in his happiness. At Nene's doorstep, Zavier waited with his car, ready to pick her up for their dinner. With a warm hug, he opened the car door for her and welcomed her to his home, assuring her to feel comfortable as he prepared dinner. During their time together, Nene told Zavier that she wasn't active on social media and lied about her fitness routine, claiming to go to the gym 3 times a week and indulge in road walks every morning. Zavier, a fitness enthusiast himself, was pleased. They exchanged their ages, with Zavier being 24 and Nene 22. Curious about Zavier's success, Nene inquired about his wealth, and he shared his journey of hard work, patience, perseverance, and resilience. Zavier revealed that he created the RIA app during his second year of university, which brought him wealth. Currently working on a gaming app, he emphasized the importance of grace in his success. Lost in admiration, Zavier requested to kiss Nene, and she willingly accepted, leading to a passionate moment. Excited, Nene later narrated the date night to Bernice, leaving out the part about meeting Zavier on social media. When asked if she had disclosed the truth, Nene stubbornly refused, causing Bernice to end the conversation. Another day, Zavier visited Nene's house, and as they shared a kiss, Bernice walked in, prompting them to stop immediately. Zavier introduced himself to Bernice, and after exchanging pleasantries, Nene suggested Bernice join them for dinner, but she declined and left them alone. Zavier then asked Nene to bring some clothes to spend more time together at his place, and she agreed. As they prepared to sleep, Zavier set an alarm for a morning road walk at 5:30 a.m. However, Nene, not keen on the idea, turned off the alarm. The following morning, Zavier was surprised the alarm didn't ring, and Nene casually told him to forget about it. Later that evening, Zavier, fully prepared for the road walk, invited Nene to join him, making up for the missed morning session. Reluctantly, Nene accepted, and during their jog, she found herself resting at every interval. Zavier, concerned, asked her if she ever ran before, noticing her struggle. Upset, Nene walked away without responding. Bernice brought Nene's business phone to her, pointing out the constant ringing. Nene explained she couldn't take her business phone to Zavier's house, citing comparisons with Zavier's ex, who studied at Harvard and had a different lifestyle. Bernice advised Nene to be herself, emphasizing her uniqueness over imitating someone else's life. Nene was left speechless. Zavier's friend, sensing Zavier's troubled state, inquired about what was bothering him. Zavier shared his concerns about Nene withdrawing from him, and his friend suggested taking her on a romantic date, a piece of advice Zavier found appealing. In an attempt to create a pleasant atmosphere, Zavier prepared a variety of delicacies for Nene and himself. However, he was surprised when he caught Nene taking pictures of the meals on the table. Questioning her actions, Nene apologized, explaining that she found the meal attractive and decided to capture a picture, despite not doing it often. Zavier was left surprised as they continued with their meal. Exiting the lounge together, Nene and Zavier unexpectedly encountered the hacker Nene had hired. The hacker approached Nene, demanding to know why she ghosted him. Zavier, unaware of their history, asked if Nene knew the hacker. The hacker proceeded to reveal everything, how Nene had a long-standing crush on Zavier and hired him to gather information about him. Furious, Zavier walked away, leaving Nene pleading that it wasn't what he thought. Demanding an explanation, Zavier confronted Nene, who confessed to lying about not knowing him. She revealed how she visited places he liked, pretended to share his interests, and even faked her preferences. Disgusted by the lies, Zavier, unable to contain his anger, chased Nene out of his house, unmoved by her pleas. Encouraged by Benice, Nene tried to stop crying, hoping Zavier would clear his head and come back. Benice assured her that with time, he might return, providing some relief to Nene's heavy heart. Despite her efforts, Nene's calls and messages to Zavier went unanswered, leaving her devastated as he read them without responding. One day, Zavier, working on his system, received a message from Nene, requesting to meet up at their favorite spot at 4 p.m. Nene waited patiently, but Zavier never showed up. Disappointed, she sent a voice note to Zavier, pouring out her feelings and confessing about her online lingerie business. Fearful that Zavier wouldn't accept her true self due to his ex, she explained the reasons behind her lies. Zavier listened to the voice note, but remained silent. In an attempt to reconcile, Benice suggested Nene customize an "I'm sorry" shirt. Nene followed the advice, but Zavier refused to give her an audience, demanding she leave his house immediately. With shame and regret, Nene departed. Apologizing for the failed suggestion, Benice consoled Nene, who decided to let Zavier be and stop making a fool of herself. Returning to her business, Nene made a video apologizing to her clients for the inconsistencies. Surprisingly, Nene's business phone rang the next day, and a customer ordered everything she sent to his WhatsApp, asking for the address to pick it up. It was a ray of hope for Nene. Zavier unexpectedly appeared at Nene's house, surprising her. She welcomed him, questioning his visit. Zavier explained that he came to support her small business, and revealed he knew about her lingerie business. Feeling ashamed, Nene asked for forgiveness. Zavier, taking her hands, pleaded to start afresh, emphasizing honesty this time. Nene happily accepted, and they shared a warm kiss. Zavier suggested Nene hire staff, 2 sales representatives, an accountant, and a manager, for her business, promising to assist in paying their salaries as an investment. Reminding Nene of his previous orders, he confessed they were for his girlfriend, making her blush. Zavier and Nene's relationship began anew as they played and spent time together, embracing a fresh start built on honesty and understanding. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Movie Louder and Authority for more updates. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay in the loop.